This week's Daily Race C takes us to Spa-Francorchamps, one of my favorite combinations. Group 3 cars at Spa. But honestly, it doesn't even feel like racing anymore. It's all about the slipstream. Either you're in the tow or you're out of the race, and that pretty much decides your entire race. Even though it is an exciting and close race, it just feels artificial, just hanging on in the draft and really trying not to lose it. Still, I want to show you what happened in my race and how it actually looks like in practice. Let's go. Let's just see now. I think there is a good chance that this group might pull away from the rest of the pack. And I want to be a part of that group, and unfortunately, I am not a part of that group right now. Maybe I can get closer. But it's a battle. Oh, everyone going wide. What did I say? And I was very wrong there. Very wrong. Okay. And Lewis has a 1.5 second penalty. I just couldn't be more wrong. That was... Yeah, okay. That was just, I guess, one of those moments. After that early incident, Lewis got a 1.5 second penalty, and now I'm just waiting for him to serve it. Meanwhile, the driver behind me was on racing softs. Typically, the strategy here is 5 laps on the softs, then 5 laps on the hards. You can swap it either way, but starting on the hards is usually slightly better. You lose less time early on, and when the car gets lighter, later in the race, you can really utilize that full grip of the soft tire. Clean air also matters, but it's all about avoiding traffic here. But here's the key part. You need that tow. You need the slipstream. If you're racing alone, you are in a big disadvantage. So I was just waiting for Lewis to serve his penalty and eventually trying to lead this race and stay away from all of those incidents behind. Just as I said, I want to be part of that group. It seems like they will pull away from the rest of the field. Yep, they will. Okay, I'm in second place, so I didn't want that. I really do not want to take the lead. Come on, we can work together. We can get this one. But not with the RCF behind. That's going to be tough. So yeah, if this is your first time watching this, you need to bump draft other person in front of you. It just gives you a massive boost on the straight. At this point, you can really see the bump draft in action, working with another driver to gain extra speed down the straight. And it works. It really does. That's why you shouldn't go for an overtake at every single chance you get. Pick your battles, stay in the tow as long as you can, and work with a car in front to pull away from the rest of the field. What I didn't realize at that time, though I figured it out later in the replay, was that the guy behind me wasn't racing softs. He was trying to make most of, well, every single corner. But I didn't want to give up my place, because I knew that those softs do not last very long. By lap 3 or 4, they are pretty much done. And well, usually you always want to keep your place, and something is very wrong if he's putting that much pressure on me. So, well, I really try to give it all and push and stay in that second place. Whoa, I believe he might be on the softs. He's on the softs. Or he's incredibly quick. It's one of those two things. I don't know which one is it. That was close. And what is this race? Oh, come on. Wonderful. That's why I don't like custom slipstream in these races. The straights are way too long. What the? Sorry, but... And now this just shows you how easy it is to lose half a second to about a second in a couple of turns. I checked the replay just to understand what exactly happened, and it's plain and simple, too much speed down the straight. On top of that, I got a little push from behind, and I just wasn't planning to make a move. But once I got bumped, there wasn't much that I could have done. So I just went for it, took that position, and made it stick. And that's just how it goes in a race like this one. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the custom slipstream in races like this. So group threes don't need it, especially at Spa. But rules are rules, and I need to adapt. Now I'm 2 seconds behind the lead, and well, it's time to push and see if I can catch up. 2.3, we might catch them. Is he going to go for it? Oh, that was a big one. .3. I think the softs died on the GTR in front. And also, one big problem is that I was driving the whole last race in the slipstream, and I don't know my braking points when I'm in clean air. Does it really matter? Probably it doesn't, because either way we are going to catch him because of the bump drafting, so we shall see. But let's overshoot it as usual. Now here is a little problem. I am in P3, but the driver in P2 is on very worn soft tires. If we stay behind him for too long, he's going to slow us down. So the goal was pretty clear: overtake him early, otherwise we risk losing too much time and dropping out of the contention to get P1. The move itself, well, it was a little messy, but it worked. But I made it through, got into the pits, changed the tires, and well, now I really had to use those soft tires. Softs do not refuel. Okay, that was something. That definitely was something. Let's see what I can do. Yeah, Lewis is very lucky with those penalties. I mean, it's only half a second, so I think it's going to be okay. He might lose 1 or 2 places. But we have to work together if we want to catch P1. And I also got to keep an eye on the tires. I have to push the tires to the limit. And after Lewis served his penalty, I was in P4, well, actually P3. At this point, it was all about bump drafting, trying to close the gap to P1, but it just didn't work. I pulled away from P3 and he just wasn't close enough to help. Then Lewis took over that P3 and once again I found myself waiting, just hoping to get a bump draft. The gap just about 2.5 to 3 seconds to the lead, and of course without bump drafting there is just no way that we are going to catch the leader. It was already lap 9 and not much time left, except from maybe, well, a miracle happens. But it didn't. And all right there, I just wanted to show you what happens when you're the one leading into the final lap or onto the final straight. And the group behind us working together, bump drafting each other, and well, this is the result of it. No, I'm not defending this, they're too fast. Let's see now. Yeah, already on the uphill section. Slipstream doing its own thing. Okay, D3. Tenths now. I don't know if that was netcode again, but I kept my line. But we'll see it in the replay. He's got the toe now, so who knows? Oh, man. Come on, I mean, okay, I'll have a look at the replay. And of course I had to check the replay just to really understand what happened. In the first situation there was not much to say. He went wide over the curb onto the marbles and the car drifted wide. There was still some space on the outside even though I slightly adjusted my line, but not enough to cause a contact. I think it was okay in the end. In the second case, the toe was just too powerful and he got close again, and he also had better tires. I slowed down the footage and yes, I changed my line slightly at the last moment, but I was still ahead. Still, he touched the grass very early and honestly, there was just not enough space to make a clean move. There was a contact. Overall, I probably should have defended harder, kept my line earlier and, well, really not leave any space on the outside. But still, I wouldn't try this move again. It was very aggressive racing, that's how it is. But I'll say it again. I'm not a huge fan of this custom slipstream, especially not on this track. It makes things feel artificial. It's okay in Group 2 and Group 1, where there is so much dirty air, but I don't know, Group 3s, Group 4s don't really need it. In the end, you either play hard or you lose. And is that really racing? I'm not sure. All in all, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.